Greetings and blessings, everyone. James Thomas from Blue Star Spiritual. And we are back with another channeling with Gideon. We're just going to wait a little bit of time, allow people to come into the room and everything, and we will have some fun. So I'm going to just get my recording stuff all set up. There we go. Hello, young James. Congratulations on getting your modem. Awesome. Hello, Heather. Nice to see you. Hello, Heath. Good to see you. Samantha. Samurai. Hello, lovely. Good day, Heather. Nice to see you. Hello, Lucy. Young James, watch it, man. She'll get you. Samantha will get you, I'm telling you. Hello, Suzanne. Nice to see you. I'm all prepared, got the water. The aircon is going, and it's going to be much better in here because it is really hot here. I don't even know what the temperature is at the moment. In the summertime here in Cairns, we are always very, very hot, generally humid. So let's just have a little gauge here. And it is currently 34 degrees. And the real feel feels like 45. Excellent. And it says that we have a 35% chance of rain right now, which it does not look like that's going to happen. So it's disappointing, to be sure. Let's just have a real quick squeeze here and see if any's coming our way to cool things off a little bit. Hello, Trish. Hello, Fee. Hello, Angie and Renee and Amanda. Hello, Peter. By the way, Amanda will be starting our little session after this live is complete and finishes. Nope, no rain. Figures. Very, very disappointing. So disappointing. So anyway, so we are just going to wait a few minutes, let people come in. Yes, Amanda, it is very, very hot here. I can assure you, it's just boiling. James, you're just causing mischief now. Then again, that's what you always do. It's one of the reasons I love you so much. Yeah, but Heath, that's just, that's your problem, not mine. 25 would be nice. 34 with a real feel of 45, not so nice. So today is going to be a really good day. Gideon's back again. Hello, Kelly. Good to see you, my friend. Kelly Clark Craig, oldest friend that I have. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady. I'll tell you that much. Beautiful family. Wonderful, wonderful. So everything is going well. Oh, I love you too, Kelly. So much. So we are going through a lot of different shifts and everything. We're preparing. Hello, Karen. Our workshops are gaining momentum. They're coming up. I mean, there's time left. Our one here in Kansas at the end of March. Then we have the last weekend in April in Nelson, New Zealand. And then we have the following weekend, the first weekend in May, we're in Sebastopol, California. And then the following week, then the second weekend in May, we are in Grimsby, Ontario, Canada. So if you have, hello, Wendy. I'm so glad you're feeling, I did a healing on Wendy yesterday, and so glad that you're feeling a lot better. Hello, Shyler, nice to see you. All these top fans and everything is so cool. So if you are looking to do the Blue Star Healing Method this year, you got wide variety. We're going to be here in Cairns. We're going to be in Sebastopol, California, Nelson, New Zealand, Grimsby, Ontario, Canada. And just send me an email on james@bluestarspiritual.org, and I'll send you the registration form and all the details. You'll want to get in because limited places in these workshops, and you'll definitely want to take advantage. Hello, Sadis, nice to see you. And Sadis, I did get your email, so I will reply as soon as I can to that. So everything is going well, everything is going fine. I do have open slots for anyone who's looking for an appointment, a reading, a healing, anything like that. So just let me know on that as well. So everything is proceeding with the book. It should be done in the next several weeks, within the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then it's going to be going to a good friend of mine, Carolyn Rose, who today she's turning 60. She's going to be, hello, Hal, nice to see you. She's going to be editing, and then we're going to get sorted to go through Baobab Press. Baobab Press is a subsidiary or part of Hay House. It's the Baobab Press side is for authors who want to publish their own works, and that's the route we're going to be taking. Now, I hadn't really released this information before, but I'm going to release it now. The book is actually a channeled book, and the being that is channeling the book is Gideon. So it's going to be a book that's going to, I reckon it's going to throw the spiritual community on its head. I really do feel that way. I'm getting my mind blown on a daily basis as I'm writing this book. And it's just really, really kind of tweaking me out a little bit, because it's just so incredible. The information is just so next level, so amazing what's coming through. But it's like, it may not be what you think it's going to be, but Gideon is very, very adamant about doing this work. He's whereas Al Sharon comes in occasionally to go, I want to do a channeling. Gideon is with me all the time now, and he's working with me, and he's coming in and he's adjusting energies. And I actually know that today's topic is conscious spirituality, which is something different because he actually told me what the topic of today was. Hello, Dale, nice to see you. So the bottom line is I want you to sit back, relax, take a load off, just be, okay? Remember also there's 2 levels to channeling. There is the level of information and the communication side of things. There's also an energy side of things. So the bottom line is that as Gideon comes in and as he speaks, hello Laws, hello Liz. As he comes in and speaks, he's going to be sending energy out as well. All right, so be very mindful of that, because he's going to be sending this energy out to all of you. And so, although I know that what the topic is, all I know is that I have been instructed by Gideon to record all of the channelings that he is doing here on the live, and so I'm doing that. Eventually, when the public channelings start really growing and everything, I know that's what he's telling me. I mean, it's like, okay, so that's what you want to do. All right. So at the end of the day, I'm just along for the ride. Hello, Leslie. And so it's going to be really amazing, because I don't know what he's got planned, but he's got plans, and it's involving star seeds all over the planet. So it's going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to have one more drink of water, and then I'm going to let him in. And we will see how it goes. Hello, Tina from Denmark. Welcome. Denmark is a very, very beautiful country. It really is. We were there this last year, just for a day, but in Copenhagen. But Denmark is a really beautiful country. It really is. Really beautiful people there as well. Okay, so we are going to get started. We are going to be recording. So the recording will be going up on our YouTube channel. If you want to, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is called Blue Star Spiritual, and you can subscribe, hit the little bell icon to be notified whenever we upload content, because if you miss the channeling, then you can always go there to listen to it afterwards. So no worries there. So much love to all of you. And this is a good time to start, because we currently have 33 people in the room. 33 is a nice master number, so we will start. So much love to all of you, and I'll see you on the other side. Blessings to each of you. I am Gideon, and we have come together again to continue to explore the world of spirit and spirituality. For those of you star seeds who are on this planet, need a little bit of an extra assistance, shall we say. Now, I want to give you a couple of very quick little updates. We have continued on our work that we are continuing on with regards to upgrading the grid work around this planet. We have been working very, very hard on the lower level grid works that Gaia, or Mother Earth, utilizes a great deal. And we have been working to upgrade them and allow for a much greater vibrational frequency to be run through them. Very soon we are going to begin work on the crystalline grid that is around this planet, as well as to the different ley lines. We've already started working on the ley lines as well. We're working on a multitude of different grids at the same time. We have not started work yet on the crystalline grid that's around this planet, but work on that is going to begin shortly. Now, I just wanted to update you a little bit because I did mention this recently. Now, today our topic is very simple. Today our topic is on conscious spirituality. Conscious spirituality is something that every starseed should be striving for. Within the framework of being a starseed on this planet, you walk this path for reasons not of this earth. You see, what I mean by that is someone who is part of the humanity of Earth, the native human population, they walk this path to evolve, to reach for the stars, shall we say, to move through dimensions, to awaken to that greater reality. You already have this greater reality within you, naturally, because it came with you from whatever world you came from. As such, you're here awakening in this incarnation after having lived some 400 to 500 lifetimes being asleep. So you've experienced all these different lifetimes, these events, these experiences, all of these different things. And now you've come to this time, this incarnation, and you begin to awaken. And you realize that you're a starseed. You realize that you're different. You realize there's more to you than meets the eye. And then all of a sudden, you begin to see that you're having issues and problems. And the issues and the problems that you're having is you're having problems interacting with other people. You're having issues and problems with your interactions with your family, because all of a sudden you're finding that your beliefs are changing. How you view things are changing. But they are not changing. So all of a sudden you find a conflict with, do I ignore what I know, and do I act like it doesn't exist to get along with everyone over here, or do I just honor who I am and be who I am and go with what I believe and what I feel? It's a dilemma. But the bottom line is that as you awaken and through life, there will be those people that will be close to you who will fall away, those who will come into your life for a short amount of time and then fall away, and it's cyclical, if you will. There are those people that are very close friends of yours. This one can do it with his friend Kelly, who came into the room. They can go a long period of time and not speak, and then speak, and it's like no time has gone by at all. And anyone, a true friend, wouldn't care what you believed. They wouldn't care the path you walk as long as it wasn't bringing you harm. So you see, it's It's a mute point, but it's the point nonetheless, because all of a sudden you find these different conflicts as you awaken. And this is where you have to begin to shift and change the way you are walking your path, to walking a path that is more conscious, what we call conscious spirituality. Now, your soul life is the fact that you are a starseed on this planet. Your soul path is the path that you're here to walk on this planet as a starseed. Both concepts, the soul life and the soul path, relate to those who are starseed. It doesn't mean that you're more sacred and divine than someone who is a native human, because they are just as sacred and divine as you. But you are here to assist them in their evolution as a living example. And this is part of being a living example, is living a conscious life. Having conscious interactions. Being mindful, I can say these things to this person. I probably should not say these things to this person. Because you're not out there to try and make other people feel bad about themselves or feel uncomfortable, of course not. But at the same time, you are also trying to just act and be as you truly are. So what does conscious spirituality entail? Conscious spirituality starts in a simple place. Conscious spirituality starts in the heart. So conscious spirituality must start at the beginning. So at the beginning, there has to be love of self. Your job as a starseed in your soul path is to follow your heart and guidance. You see, the heart is the seat of the soul. So let me try and explain this. Now, there are 43 chakras in the body, and this one teaches that in his healing. But you have 7 main chakras, so we are going to simply focus on the 7 main chakras. So you have chakra 1, 2, and 3. Chakra 1, survival, protection, all of these types of things, your connection to Earth. The second chakra, which is below the belly button, that's sexuality and sensuality, inspiration, creativity. Then the third chakra is very, very important. Personal power, personal free will choice, these types of things. It also has to do with how you view yourself. Do you go around doubting yourself and questioning yourself? That's indicative that there is something going on with your third chakra. Your fifth chakra is about speaking your truth from your heart. Third eye, your inner vision. And when I say inner vision, I don't mean that necessarily you close your eyes and you imagine an apple and you don't see the apple. That is inner vision, that's third eye inner vision, but there are other forms of inner vision, I can assure you. So that's your inner vision. Your crown chakra is your connection to source, your connection to home. Now, what balances the higher 3 chakras and the lower 3 chakras is the heart. It's the heart center. The heart, when your soul is created, divine spark, it's almost like an elongated egg gets etherically placed into the heart center. And once it is seated, it activates. And when that divine spark activates, it creates a soul. And this soul that is created is eternal. The divine spark was created by Source. It is used in all of these projects where there is a native human species, humanoid species, that has the ability to evolve and ascend, you see. And so these divine sparks are utilized in the creation of that soul. There's a slight alteration that happens with the divine spark for each species so that it is completely in alignment with that species. And once that soul is created, that soul is eternal. It can never die. Now, some will tell you, oh, it can be destroyed. But think of a cartoon where someone blows up. And then all of a sudden you see the pieces of that person all making their way back and coming back together as a person again. See, it's kind of like that. So, you're here to follow your soul path. Your soul path, the information for it, is implanted in your etheric body in the heart center. Now, part of living a conscious spirituality is about doing those things that you are responsible for. And I will give you an example. Many times this one is channeled, and different ones come in and they say, I want to ask a question. Okay, what is your question? And they say, am I on the right path? And many times people like Al Sharon or Elder or someone else, Sanando, they'll bypass that question. And here's the reason why. As a starseed, in order to successfully walk the path, your soul path that you are here to walk, you need to do it connected in the heart. See, this is why so many of the messages from so many of the masters that come in, and why Al Sharon and all of those who have spoken through him, and many, many other beings who have spoken through many other channelers on this planet, have all come back to the same point. It's about the heart. Because the heart is the seat of the soul. The heart is your connection to home. The heart is your connection to source. The heart has all the information for your soul life and your soul path. So if you want to know if you're on the right path, you need to ask your heart. And then you discern within your heart. And if it resonates and it says yes, that resonates, then do not turn around and go, but am I really on my right path? No. Trust and faith. See, Al Sharon went on, in this one as well. That's part of the 5 keys to spirituality. Trust and faith in yourself, for yourself, trust in spirit. So I want to address those 2 concepts as a matter of fact. Trust and faith in yourself for yourself. What does that actually mean? Does that mean that you should have trust and faith that if you play baseball, you can hit the ball over the wall for a home run? Does that mean that if you went down the street to talk to somebody and you would be made an astronaut and sent into space? Is that what that means? No. What trust and faith in yourself for yourself actually means is that you trust in your heart. You trust in what your heart tells you. You trust in your discernment that is done through the heart. Trust and faith in yourself for yourself. That is what that phraseology means. Trust and faith in spirit. What does that mean? Trust and faith in spirit means that you have trust and faith in your guides, that you have trust and faith in those from your home who are here assisting you, that you have trust and faith that they will guide you correctly, that they will provide you with the clues and the breadcrumbs, if you will, that you require to walk your path. Now, that is what those two phraseologies actually mean. It's fine to tell someone you must have trust and faith in yourself for yourself. But how do you actually apply that if you don't actually know what it means? Secondly, conscious spirituality also means that you begin to look at situations, that you begin to look at people in a more conscious way. When you begin to look at things in a more conscious way, and you begin to look at people in a more conscious way, things open up. In a wonderful, beautiful symphony, like music. You'll see someone who's very angry and upset. Most people look at the person and think, wow, what a nasty person. But the consciously spiritual person will go, that person's really hurting. Here comes the discernment. Do I go up and speak to them and see if I can assist them or not? Many people who get very angry and upset like that, there's this tendency that they feel embarrassed over the situation. So because they feel embarrassed over the situation, they don't want to tell you. They may react very angrily towards you. So what do? You send them love and light, and you walk away. You never interfere in another individual's personal choices. But you may walk up to that person and say, Are you okay? Is there anything else? Is there anything I can do for you? And you never know. They may come back with, well, yes, I've just been through this and this and this, and it's really, played a lot on me. And just by you listening for a few moments can make a world of difference to that individual. Most people who get really angry and upset, do you actually know why they get angry and upset? Because they don't feel as though they're being heard. So if they feel like they're being heard, it shifts everything. It's about walking into a room and feeling the energy. Conscious spirituality is about taking control of your soul life and your soul path. It doesn't mean that you don't need assistance at times. It doesn't mean that you should never get a reading or a healing or something like that. When you feel the need, you get that. It's about trusting in here. Sometimes it's good when you know the clues and you're having trouble putting the clues together to speak to somebody who is good at putting the clues together. Conscious spirituality is about living from your heart every day, owning who you are, owning your reality. It's true. Consciously, you won't know everything you've chosen for this experience, for this incarnation, for this soul life. You're not here to learn lessons. You're not here because you're in school. You're here in this incarnation for two things: to awaken and to assist people. And the thing is you can have a normal mainstream job. You go to work every day, and you are doing all of the spiritual work you need to be doing. You see, you don't have to do readings or healings to be doing spiritual work. Part of conscious spirituality is the ability to recognize that as a starseed, every aspect of your life is spiritual. You go out and mow the lawn. You do the dishes. You cook a meal. You go to work. You do a reading for someone. You go grocery shopping. You go to a basketball game or a soccer match or a football game. Whatever you may do. You go out for drinks with your friends. You do the laundry. Everything you do is spiritual. You are a starseed. You are literally a galactic representative on this planet as a living example to assist the humanity of Earth in its evolution and ascension. And I'm going to tell you right now, you have been highly successful at this, because if you hadn't been, we wouldn't be having this conversation now, because all life on this planet would be ended. And it's not even a guarantee that there would have been a sixth grand cycle. Okay. But this project is going to be successful. Just recently, in fact, in your calendar, in your time frame, linear time, 3 weeks ago today, do you remember what it was? We had the gateway of choice. And as star seeds, they either walked through or they did not. And now, for many star seeds, since the 31st and since the gateway of choice, they have felt off. They have felt confused. They have felt blocked. They have been having different symptoms. They have not felt well. They have felt like they haven't been connected. The reason for this is that things are altering and changing. At 2 a.m. on New Year's morning, when the gateway of choice closed, every star seed had made their choice. And so you sit there and you go, but why am I feeling the way I'm feeling then? I've made my choice. I know I walked through the gateway, and I will tell you that the vast majority of starseed did walk through the gateway. There are those who did not, and there are reasons for that, and that's inconsequential for this discussion, but just to point that out. So you're going, so why am I feeling this way if I walked through the portal? I walked through the gateway. Why am I feeling this way? And this is a place where conscious spirituality comes into play. So think about it. This world has been going on a particular structure, on a particular avenue, if you will. And now you've gone through the gateway of choice. So you have crossed over from one decade to the next, 1 year to the next, and you've gone through a gateway of choice. Logic would dictate, as would the heart, that those two things happening, adjustments will need to be made. So you are going through adjustments, and the adjustment period will take some time. For the majority of you, by the end of this month, by the end of January, you should be through your adjustments. Some of you will take longer, but don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Don't lose yourself because of it. You will be fine. So as we are finishing up on this little talk, if there are those of you who would like to ask a question of Gideon, myself, please feel free to type in your question, and I will get to as many questions as I can. So the bottom line is, number one, and this is very, very important. Number one, you need to let yourself off the hook. Stop judging and criticizing yourself. As soon as you stop judging and criticizing yourself, you will actually begin to cease judging and criticizing other people for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. Okay? It does not matter. Number two, trust and faith in yourself, for yourself, means that you have trust and faith in your heart and guidance, in your discernment. That's what that means. Trust and faith in spirit means that you have trust and faith in your guides, in your true family, in those who are here to assist you to walk your soul path and your soul life. Be conscious in your life. Do your best, and I do understand that it's not always easy. I grant you that, I give you that. But as much as you can, be conscious of your choices, your decisions that you are making in this incarnation. Sometimes you get caught up in the trappings of third dimensional reality. Understandable, you are living here. Your soul life is here at this moment. But you must remember, you come from a different reality. You are connected to that true reality. Whether you are receiving a great deal of information or a small amount of information, you are still connected to that true reality. And it is important to remember that all aspects of your life, no matter what you are doing, is spiritual. And when you begin to look at it from that perspective, you'll begin to see the experiences and the happenings and the interactions. You'll begin to see these differently. And when you begin to see them differently, that will also assist you with living your life and your spirituality more consciously. So let us see if we have a question. The first question, which I think is a good one, is from Liz Magnolia. Is the divine spark also known as the term walk-in? No. A walk-in is completely different. We can go over that another time if you like, but a walk-in has nothing to do with the divine spark. The divine spark has to do with the soul and the creation of the soul. Down to Schuyler Stevenson. Happy birthday to you. So you are feeling a little homesick. It is a common occurrence among starseeds that you have your moments of feeling homesick. You miss true reality. And as you awaken, this will happen regularly. So because it is your birthday, let me see what I can get on the old wavelengths, shall we say. Let me see. Okay, Charlotte, this is for you. Pay attention to what is happening in your life, because opportunities will arise and it will be highly important for you to discern. But if you do, you will find and locate the opportunity that is right for you, because this year is going to be about you moving into more of a more into alignment with who you truly are. But in order to do so, you have to discover and follow the clues. And last but not least, you are not alone. Apparently, your sister is with you. Amanda Sears, are you getting closer to opening your channel to audibly hear your higher self and guides? And does eye colors have spiritual significance? I'm going to try and answer this question in a way that you won't throw something at me. You already hear your guides and higher self. It just doesn't happen in the manner that you think it should. Get out of your own way. Quieten yourself, and you may discover what is actually already there. Eye color. There is significance, but generally it is for individuals more than if your color is this, it means this across the board. That doesn't work that way. There is significance, but it's more around individual significance more than a general one. Serafina, your message is to trust yourself more. Young James, those that don't have symptoms, do they not need change or changes? Or have their changes been done prior to the gateway? No, all the changes are happening after the gateway. Some people will notice the changes and the symptoms much more than other people. Because believe it or not, you're an individual, so what you experience yourself is probably going to be different than what somebody else is going to do or what they're going to experience. Just saying. I do enjoy your questions there, James. I apologize. I am having trouble. Okay. Danielle Francis, I have two things. All right, if your great feat is not on this level, life reality, but the next, how do you prepare your soul for the coming journey on this realm? The one thing, the things that I can tell you with regards to that is number one, you will do what you are here to do in this incarnation. And two, you won't be coming back to this reality because when this incarnation is done, you will actually be returning home. Number three, you have done a tremendous amount more on this world than you will ever realize until the day comes when you do leave. Remember that. Angie, basically you took photos of clouds. There were ships aligned there, so that's what you were picking up on the energy and everything like that. Hmm. I like this question. Fiona, regarding particular adjustments that are being made, what has changed other than the gateway of choice closing? Because when one door closes, another one opens. There are certain questions that bring me great joy, and this is one of them. So I will answer your question. This one here, he is actually pretty much spot on. Approximately 92 to 93% of all the current star seeds who have been here throughout this grand cycle, who are incarnated on this planet at this time, when this incarnation finishes, whether that's tomorrow or in 50 years from now, you will be going home. Your sojourn on this planet is coming to an end, not because you were unsuccessful, but actually in true reality, you have been highly, highly successful. So what is happening? That is a good question. And yes, I hear in your mind, I hope there's a good answer, so I'm going to give you a good answer. Imagine, if you will, let me tell you a little bit of a story, okay? You have an individual whose name is Mark. We'll just say Mark. Now, Mark is on a journey, and it's a difficult journey. And Mark has to find his way back to this lodge. And he gets dropped off a long ways away from this lodge. And he doesn't have a compass, he doesn't have a map, he doesn't have an iPhone, he doesn't have GPS, just has himself. And he has a backpack. And he has all the tools that he needs to survive. He has all the knowledge to take care of himself and to live and everything that he needs to do on this journey. And so he sets out. He has no idea what he's going to run across. He has no idea what challenges are going to await him. He doesn't even have a tent. And it's going to take him several weeks to travel, to walk through the jungle, through the valleys, through all of these things to get back to this lodge. But Mark knows he's been very well prepared for this journey. but he has no instructions. He's dropped off and told, find your way back. So although he has all this knowledge of how to survive, how to live, how to do all of these things, he doesn't have a means to get to where he's going. And all he can do is trust himself and his intuition and his discernment. Because you see, he doesn't even know what direction he has to go in order to reach the lodge. And he's standing, and the path goes to the left and it goes to the right. And he stands there and he's like, which direction do I go? Because consciously he does not know. And when he looks to the left, he has somewhat of a foreboding feeling. And when he looks to the right, he has a very light feeling. So he goes to the right. And he makes his way. And every time he stops and he makes a shelter. He gathers food. He has the means to do whatever he needs to do to survive, to gather what he needs. He knows what plants to eat, what plants not to eat, all of these things. And he walks this path day in and day out, over hills, through valleys, crosses rivers, all of these things, and always following the path, but the path always comes up to forks in the road. Which way does he go? Does he go to the left or does he go to the right? Now, if he's going the wrong way, he's going to get lost. And all he can do is backtrack, go a different way. See, he'll never, ever truly be lost. Because when he takes that wrong pathway, eventually it will stop and it won't continue. And he'll know that he has to turn around and go back the other way. So weeks go by, and he questions his own reality. He questions his sanity. He questions his ability to achieve his goal of reaching the lodge. And one day, he gets up, and he's tired, he's battered, he's bruised. He's faced more changes and more challenges and more obstacles than you can possibly imagine. He feels good, but he's very tired. He just wants to reach the lodge. So he packs up his backpack and he sets out. And about 3 hours into his walk and his journey that day, he comes up to a gate. And he asks the question, should I go through the gate? Yes or no? And the answer is yes. So he goes through the gate. And then all of a sudden he starts noticing the pathway seems to be getting easier. He's noticing that there's fresh water. There's easy food to get. It's almost like the path is illuminated. And all of a sudden, he knows. He's now on the path to the lodge. He had another week to go, but finally he awoke one morning and he was totally peaceful and calm. And he got his bag, put it on his back, started walking. And all of a sudden he emerged through some trees and there was the lodge. Now you may be asking yourself, what in the world does this story have to do with your question, Fiona? I believe you've been working on clues lately, but I'll make this one easy for you. The gateway of choice was passed through by 92.7% of the star seeds on this planet. What has changed? Now you are preparing for your eventual departure from this world and returning home. Perhaps that will have answered your question. You see, you must understand, even if you are here for another 50 years, does not matter. You will still do what you need to do, but the bottom line is, if, and I'm not saying this at all, if you were to leave tomorrow, grand celebrations would be had because you've done what you came to do. There are individual things to do for a simple reason, because you are here. It is not the overriding main event of why you are here. I do appreciate you indulging me in a little bit of a story. I do enjoy stories now and then. By the way, Mark was very pleased to arrive at the lodge. Samantha, is being conscious understanding that we need to be aware and awake as we are on the other side of the veil, so to speak? No, you're here, but you're aware of the other side of the veil. Okay. So you are connecting with true family, you're connecting with home. And so by being consciously aware here and living conscious spirituality, you are able to connect more clearly with your guides, with your heart, with those from home to enable you to assist you in doing the things you need to do in preparation for your return home. Tina, no, you are not sleeping 24/7. Well, Ingrid, what do I think about eternal life in John 5:24? I don't think anything about John 5:24. The Bible was something that was specific to assist in the evolution of the humanity of this world. As far as eternal life, I agree with it completely because I know that it is a true thing. You might say that I'm a living example of eternal life. Danielle Francis, are you able to connect to your guides yourselves? If so, how? You're wanting to bombard them with so much you desire to know. And I'm sure that they would appreciate that tremendously. Yes, you are able to connect to your guides yourself. It's about being open and aware and communicating. The guides are unique individuals, just like everyone here is. So the way they communicate is differently. And so it's about asking a particular guide. This is one technique you can use. You can ask for what, like your main guide, the main guide that's working with you, for them to come and connect with you, for them to place their hands on your shoulders or place their hands on your arms, something like that, so that you can begin to feel their energy. Once you can begin to feel their energy, then you can shift the way you are viewing things, because when you feel their energy, then it's like you'll know that's this guide, that's what this guide is. And it takes time though. It won't generally happen in an instant. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes doing it a lot. And then it also depends upon what you've chosen for this particular incarnation. Amanda Sears, the M mark on your palm is actually to do with your true family. That is something for you to discern within yourself. Heather, you keep getting intuition that you work on a ship. Do many starseeds work on ships? Here's the deal. There are starseeds who do work on ships. There are other starseeds who actually work on planets, work on their home planet, or if they're on a mission like this, they're working on a planet. They don't generally work on a ship. They will travel by ship. So you personally, you work on a ship and you already know that. So, you know, it depends upon the star seed. I would say that generally the majority, when I say the majority, over 50% of the star seeds on this planet do not work on ships. There are many beings out there who enjoy and prefer life at home, shall we say. Okay, there we go. Michelle, you're not sure that you're even aware of the changes in you. That is because I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to be honest, because that's what this one does. He does that. So that's what I'm going to do in this particular moment in time with you. You feel that way because you are not connected enough within your heart. You need to really focus and work on connecting more in your heart. And if you do that, you will start to notice the changes more. And you'll notice a lot more things than you realize when you start doing that more as well. Just going down. Laws, you're not done yet, because if you were done, you would be gone. Young James, you will never know until the time comes. You might actually be shocked and surprised when it comes. No, you don't need a passport. I'm going to answer 3 more questions and that's it. Oh, yes. I have to be mindful of time. I hate being mindful of time. Laws, you had a dream the other night of an alien attack. Is this a past life thing? You have no fear of such an attack, so you know it can't be that. It is a past life thing. It actually happened somewhere other than in this world. Lori Davis, why am I stuck? I feel froze. I'm not taking action on things out of fear of it not working out. You've lost your confidence. This is that moment that you need to step back and stop pushing and actually step back and take the time to reconnect within yourself. If you reconnect within yourself, then you'll be able to step forward again and it'll be all right. You also, there are those in your life who have been very undermining, and you need to start staying away from those people more as well. KT Wise, you've been asking a question within. Not just yet, but very soon. If you trust your heart, pay attention to what is happening, you'll know the right moment and it'll be fine. So, I do trust that you have enjoyed your experience today with myself. I, of course, enjoy coming in and speaking to you all. Today has been about conscious spirituality, and I've also told you the real, true purpose of the gateway of choice. Let yourself off the hook. Be at one with yourself. Realize that you are extraordinary. You are of source. You are a starseed. Much love, many blessings. I am Gideon. Toshimyata Tomya Tyakarata Mate. Oh, I am not a happy camper. Lori, don't be fearful of that. I'm going to have to teach him because he's failing here. Unfortunately, that did not get recorded. Wow, that was such a good one too. I might speak to Samantha about if she can pull it. because this is just really annoying. This is really, really annoying. I hope you guys enjoyed the channeling. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It felt very powerful from my side of the table. Remember, if you're looking for a scroll, a healing, anything like that, let me know. And I do have available slots at the moment. And if you're interested in doing the Blue Star Healing Workshop in either Cairns, here in far north Queensland, Australia, Nelson, New Zealand, Sebastopol, California, which is just north of San Francisco, or Grimsby, Ontario, Canada, send me an email on james at bluestarspiritual.org, and we will get you organized with everything that you need. So much love and many blessings to all of you. Have a wonderful day. Remember, be good to yourself. Love who you are. Much love to you, and have a nice evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you may be. Kila mtu moshi ata ati enaka.